Using the Google Earth image to locate ourselves, the outcrops to be visited are in southern Trinidad between the towns of Pinal and Morne Diablo Beach. The first stop will be at an outcrop of Cruse Formation, while the second will be of Lower Morne L sand, both of Pliocene age. The major structural elements in the area are the rock dome anticline to the south, the Cypriea syncline to the north, and the Los Bajos Fault to the southeast. Note there are few faults present within the Morne L forest, Cruse, and Lower Cruse intervals on this map that can set up structural traps. As a result, nearly all exploration wells drilled within this area were dry holes. Our first outcrop is of Cruse Formation at an illegal quarry along the Morne Diablo Quarry Road. Two wells are nearby. Morne Diablo 1 drilled down dip of the outcrop is a dry hole. However, Quinam 16 to the southwest encountered oil in the forest and Cruse due to the Los Bajos Fault creating an up-dip trap. Two panoramic photos of the predominantly sandy, steeply dipping outcrop. Here we have some close-up views of the alternating sand and claystone beds which dip at 42 degrees towards the northwest. At the southern end of the outcrop, the well-bedded sand at the base changes laterally into a near vertical dipping slumped unit. Panoramic drone video of the outcrop, initially of the upper part which was not visited for this trip. The video moves roughly from north to south and illustrates the steeply dipping beds and slumped units. At this outcrop, slumped sands are present, similar to those seen along the Morne Diablo coastline. Are these slumped units the result of syn-depositional or post-depositional movement? The first series of diagrams illustrate deformed units between undeformed beds. Wack and Archie in 2006 proposed shelf-edge collapse of progradient deltas to explain the slumped units between undeformed beds. Here's a diagram showing a measured section of the outcrop. This is a close-up of slumped sands between two claystone sands, and a small normal fault with clay gouge is also present. As a potential reservoir, it is 100% sand. However, on a gamma ray SP induction log, this slumping will not be evident. But from a production standpoint, it may not be laterally extensive and be of low productivity. Here we're looking at steeply dipping sands and claystones, within which a large rounded block of sand floats within the claystone bed. Imagine drilling through and logging such a block in the subsurface with an 8.5-inch borehole and making wrong assumptions about the reservoir size. Here we're looking at alternating sands and claystone. The sand has an erosional base while the claystones are parallel laminated. Sands here also exhibit an erosional base with the underlying claystones, and the overlying sands pinch out laterally. A close-up photo of Cruse sand, which is very fine to very fine grain, looking at some outcrop of the 6C member moderate sorting for formation. It's predominantly quartz. The grains are stained yellow and red by an iron oxide, and they are rare lithics and clear micas present. Panoramic in all and strike fairly good reservoirs. Beds are mostly parallel bedded with cross-laminated sands and claystone. Here we have drone video that provides panoramic dip and strike views of the outcrop. Initially, we are stratigraphically younging upwards from left to right, with some close-up views of the outcrop. Here we have a measured section of the outcrop showing a series of alternated sands and claystones. It appears that there are a number of coarsening upward sequences. The trace fossils Ophiomorpha and Scolithus are present in outcrop. The Ophiomorpha occur in the uppermost sandbed, are predominantly subhorizontal and have a large diameter. This indicates grazing activities in a stressed environment. The Scolithus are confined to the claystones, and here we have a diagram illustrating the distribution of ichnofacies. Scolithus is found on sandy shore faces. The ichnofacies and sedimentary structures present suggest these sediments were deposited in an inner to marginal marine environment. Here we see cross-bedded sands overlain by parallel bedded sands with thin siltstones and claystones. Parallel laminated, parallel bedded sands, typically they may have been deposited within an upper shore face environment. Stacked parallel bedded sands overlaid by bioturbated claystones. Does this represent a flooding event? Stacked parallel bedded sands overlaid by bioturbated claystones. Does this represent a flooding event?